It's time for the 20 and 20 take two. If you don't know what a 20 and 20 is, it's where I do all the arrondissements in Paris, all 20 of them in 20 videos. Last time I did it over 20 days. This time we're gonna do it over 20 weeks. I'm gonna share with you 5 of my favorite things in each. And after those 100 recommendations, I can guarantee you, I still have 4 times that many in my guide. If you go to ParisInMyPocket.com right now, grab my guide, guaranteed you're gonna have the best time. You'll never miss out on a good place to eat or drink along the way. And in the meantime, let's get started with the 20 and 20 take two, starting with the 20th arrondissement and working our way down. We'll come back to this. First, we should probably start with coffee. Also stick around because we're gonna be having dinner right over here. Not in a tomb, but very close, in a hidden restaurant. And I'm not gonna tell you exactly how to get there, but I'm gonna give you some really good hints. So stick around for that because it's delicious. The Dancing Goat. It used to be almost impossible to find good coffee in the 20th, and they are a saving grace. And not only a saving grace in the sense that their coffee is really good and the food is tasty, but the space is wonderful. Tons of natural light, lots of cozy vibes, really warm, lovely staff. It's just a really, really nice place to go. It's definitely off the beaten path. If you're looking for something off the beaten path and you want to go very local, this is the way to do it. That was a good choice. I'm really glad I got this. It's the granola. They have overnight oats and granola with Greek yogurt. Oh, that's really good. And then after you get your coffee and maybe some overnight oats or granola, you can wander on down to appreciate the life and vitality it's given you by contrasting it with the dead. Père Lachaise, an obvious and easy recommendation to make for the 20th arrondissement because it is the crown jewel of the 20th arrondissement. This place is beautiful, full of trees, birds singing, flowers, and obviously copious amounts of dead people, like well over 1 million, depending on what numbers you look at. There's a lot of dead people here. Thankfully, though, they're not popping out of graves, so that's a good thing. You're gonna see a lot of famous names here, you know, like Chopin, Jim Morrison's really famously buried here, Edith Piaf, whole lot of interesting people. For me, whenever I come in here, that's actually the most impactful part, is just recognizing that every single person in here had a life, right? It's a moment of Sonder. Walking in here definitely helps me to focus in and better appreciate the life that I do have. I'll leave you with this, a quote that I read in a book recently, but it's the fact of death will destroy you, but the idea of death can save you. And there's no place that makes that more real to me than Père Lachaise. You didn't know you were getting into this when you watched this YouTube video, but remembering the reality of death helps to bring a spice to life and helps me to really, really feel invigorated and ready to live each day, at least today, to its fullest. And I do feel that way, and I'm feeling really hungry. We should continue on to lunch. I know this is a really appetizing transition, but here we go. Now, I was gonna send you way off the beaten path for extra bonus points to Pepe. Pepe is a delicious pizzeria that just opened their second location, which is in my guide. This is in my guide, but we can't eat here because they're closed, because they're doing travaux or works, which is gonna happen to you. Works, construction, renovations, it's gonna happen to you when you're in Paris. Pretty much guaranteed. And it was a long ways to get here. It's way off the beaten path. I've never been to that church before. I do want to check that out, but first we gotta find something to eat. So let's try something new. Oh wow. Whoa, that's really good. And I'm really hungry, so take it with a grain of salt, but that's really good. This worked out very well. This place is actually delicious. And if you want to know more, like where it is or what the name is, I mean, you probably figure it out if you're really adventurous to come to it, but I'm gonna put it in the guide. And when I say in the guide, here's the thing. We have the PDF version of my guide that's available. It's beautifully formatted, put together. Thank you, Matthew Moffat, for helping us with that. We did just eat, and I've got some vocab in here and some ordering tips and tricks and so forth, and all my recommendations for where to go. Like right now, we're in the 20th, boop, so we hit the 20th there, and then it pops us in to what my recommendations would be for the 20th. The cool thing is this PDF is what you can get right now, beautifully formatted, lots of photos, hundreds of recommendations. But the challenge is when we find places like this, and I find new places all the time, because we're always exploring, and the places we're trying to go to are always randomly closed because it's Paris, I can't add it to the PDF. If you have the PDF, it's downloaded, it's too late, right? That's why we're working on an app. It's gonna be a web app to start. You're gonna be able to get the PDF for offline viewing, but very soon, possibly around the time that this video drops, or when the next one drops, you're gonna be able to get access as well to the web app, which is gonna give you real-time updates as to where I've discovered where to go. And then on days like this, where the pizza place we wanted to go to is closed, well, there's a French place down the street, we found it, I'll add it, it'll be in the app. before we even leave the meal. It's really exciting. I'm actually really excited for that. So go to ParisMyPocket.com right now, grab the guide. You can download the PDF, and if you download it now, everybody who buys the guide in 2023 will automatically gain access to the web app as well. And we'll see where it goes. We have a lot of really big plans and dreams for it. I'm really excited to share more. But for now, bottoms up at the Mystery French Restaurant. And thanks, of course, to today's patron producer, Slush. We're gonna do some OG patron producers. We're going way back. I've been lucky enough to have some patrons that have been supporting my channel for the last like 5, 6 years, which is insane. Thanks, Slush. We'll go tumbling through a bunch more of you as we go, and let's carry on. Well, the 20th is pretty far away, and I would actually recommend that you stay closer to the north or to the border with the 11th, because most of the really good stuff is going to be in the 11th. It is a fun neighborhood for architecture in that it has some pretty hideous new stuff and some really fun old stuff, windy streets, and a lot of just little nooks and crannies that you can find along the way, like the street that we just were on for lunch. Adorable little neighborhood vibes, wonderful. 20th, it's huge. Just got to make a little part of it your own. If you do want to come to the 20th and spend like a whole day here, which is not something that I'm arguing you can do easily, but there is a fair amount to do here, I would say to make your way over to Ménilmontant. It's not right next to Père Lachaise, it's a few blocks down, a couple metro stops away, but it has a lot of street art. One of my favorite churches in the city, just for the outer appearance, like in the way that it looms over the neighborhood. And on top of that, a little entrance into a park built on the Petite Ceinture, the railway that used to encircle Paris, but we're gonna get into that more in another video. It's absolutely phenomenal. Along with, some nooks and crannies. Did I mention street art already? And if you go far enough up the hill, high enough, you'll find yourself here at what was originally gonna be my secret spot. But the whole Pepe situation threw that out of whack, so instead of this being a secret spot, which I am trying for the first time here right now, live, I was only gonna do one of those today, now we're doing 2. You're just getting double for your money. Anyway, I love exploring this city and just finding new places, and what better, an outdoor bar surrounded by street art, you're between a handful of buildings that it really looks like there should be something here and there's not, so it feels like, I don't know, just kind of living in an in-between, a liminal space, if you will. But La Bellevilloise, good spot to earn yourself a beer. I mean, you've got to walk up a pretty tall hill, and you've been doing a lot of walking through graves and, looking for street art and whatever else. As I'm learning about this place for the first time as well, and it's been on my list for wanting to try it out forever, and I'm just getting here, but they've got events, looks like they've got art, music. It's worth checking out, just seeing what's going on. On closer inspection, concerts every Friday and Saturday. If you're looking for a concert way off the beaten path, but still in Paris, could be fun. Of course, once I finished up this beer, I'm gonna do a little bit more exploring just to see what's going on in the neighborhood. Always keep my eyes out, saving stuff, seeing what I can check out, try, and share. But after this, and a little bit of a wander, I've got reservations at Amigot. Fantastic restaurant, very close to the hidden one that I won't be telling you exactly where it is, but I'm gonna give you enough clues, you'll be able to figure it out. And if nothing else, Amigot is absolutely worth the trip on its own. How did I keep forgetting to mention that earlier? Hopefully, kept you in the loop this whole way. All right, it's finally time for dinner, but you're gonna have to come with me down this, long, narrow alleyway. Turn the corner. No, remember, you gotta turn the corner just a little bit farther. Just one more corner. I promise. Every time I'm in here, I think, like, how many corners can I turn before I finally get there? It's kind of hidden, but it's also really fun. Oh yeah, here we go. Whew. All right, we finally made it. Amigot. If you're looking for some Spanish tapas, some delicious wine, and some good company, hopefully my date's already here. I've swapped Emily for Lindsay, one friend for another friend. We only do friend dates around here. I don't actually take real dates on video dates. That'd be weird. Every time I take you for food, you almost die.
I almost burned my mouth off.
Oh, gosh. Oh my God. In so few words, because it's such a simple place, delicious Spanish tapas, natural wine, really friendly service, simple, classy, a really fun environment. You have to reserve. Make sure you reserve in advance. And they're related to that hidden restaurant I've been referring to this whole time, which is right next door. So that's
sorry. Am I not supposed to do that?
That's fine. But it's a phenomenal seafood and cocktail spot. not that far away. Everything's right in here, all well hidden. Anyways, we're going to enjoy the tapas here and the wonderful service. Like I was saying, I hope that you enjoyed this episode of a 20 and 20, counting down from the 20th again to the first arrondissement. This is my friend Lindsay, by the way. You can follow as well. She's got tons of great food recommendations. She goes to a lot of classier places than I do too. I'm trying to catch up. She's very good. But if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe because we're going to be going through all the arrondissements one after the other. Oh, and the croquetas are here. And yeah, anyways, back to eating. Oh, that's hot.
Oh my god, you're gonna burn your mouth off.
It's so good.